Imagine, you are participating in a game, and after playing, you win $100,000. Overjoyed with your victory, you start celebrating. But suddenly, something unexpected happens, and you find yourself transported to another world. The scenery there is completely different from your world. There are no tall buildings like back home. The only food available to you is insects and rotten leftovers. Every day, you are forced to clean filthy toilets. You have to take care of your children while constantly staying alert for enemies. One mistake from you can cost someone their life. What would you do in such a situation? Let's dive into this movie to find out. In California, 2017. Val, known in the gaming world as Speedrun, is a legend in Field of Fire, a top-tier first-person shooter. She's got the skills, the reflexes, and the dream to go pro. But today, reality hits hard. Her dad, Carlos, reminds her about a job interview he set up with her uncle. Val hasn't worked in months, and Carlos is not happy. He also asks her to pick up her grandma from the doctors. Val reluctantly agrees, but she has no intention of doing either. Outside, her boyfriend Evan is already waiting. The moment she hops into his car, the disguise comes off, literally. She changes into casual clothes, ready for the real mission, a gaming tournament with a $10,000 prize. Evan isn't thrilled. Skipping an interview for a tournament, he questions, but Val sees this as her chance. If she wins, she finally goes pro. Except there's a problem. The best player in the community is also competing. Roy, aka Kilohertz. When they reach the arena, the crowd is already chanting Roy's name. He's a gaming superstar, magazine covers, fan followings, even commentators betting on his win. But Val? She's here to prove something. The game starts, and boom, she gets the first kill. She's on the board. But then, Roy appears, and he's not just playing. He's showing off, stealing kills, high-fiving fans, covering his eyes while landing shots. Val doesn't back down. She fights hard, keeping up with him, until they're tied. With seconds left, she has a chance to win, but instead of taking the easy shot, she goes for the glory kill on Roy. Big mistake. Roy vanishes from her screen and reappears behind her, pulling off a move that's faster than human reaction. And just like that, game over. Outside, Val is furious. How did Roy pull that off? Evan tries to cheer her up. She did qualify for the finals. But to Val, it's meaningless if she can't beat him. Then, a man approaches. Kojima. He saw her play, and he confirms her suspicion Roy's skills aren't natural. He hands her a card and says, if you want to win, you'll need my help. That night, Val's world keeps crashing down. Her dad knows she skipped the interview. Worse, she forgot to pick up her grandma, and Carlos almost lost his job because of it. When Val tries to explain about the tournament, Carlos snaps. This isn't about money, Val. It's about you lying, thinking only about yourself. Val lashes out. I don't want a crappy job like yours. No wonder mom left. Regret hits instantly, but the damage is done. She sits at her computer, staring at a job application, then switches to a gaming stream instead. And then, she takes out Kojima's card. The address leads her to the Gold Saucer, a dimly lit gaming cafe. Kojima doesn't greet her. He just points to a screen. Play. Val picks the hardest bullet hell game and loses instantly. Then, Kojima hands her a small capful of something called Impulse 9. She assumes it's an energy drink until he opens the bottle. The sound alone makes the entire room turn. The moment she drinks it, everything changes. Her senses explode. Time slows down. Reflexes? Unstoppable. She clears the hardest game without losing a single life. When she snaps out of it, an hour has passed. Kojima explains, Impulse 9 stretches time. The more you use, the worse the snapback. He offers to sell her a bottle for $500. At first, she hesitates, it's cheating. But when Kojima gets a call from Roy, buying more, Val makes her choice. The next day, before the tournament, Val takes a sip of Impulse 9. The match begins, and time slows. She wipes out opponents effortlessly. But Roy? He's drinking too. He catches up, passes her. Desperate, Val chugs the whole bottle. And just like that, she's unstoppable. She kills Roy and wins. But something's wrong. The world blurs. She blacks out. When Val wakes up, she's not in the arena. She's in a filthy house. 3 kids call her mommy. Evan, her husband, asks if she's okay. Outside, a post-apocalyptic wasteland. People in rags. Gas masks. Society collapsed. And the reason? Pulsars. People who abused Impulse 9, blacking out for years, destroying the world in the process. The president was a pulsar. He snapped back with his finger on the nuke button. Val was one of them. Now, she's stuck here. A mom, a scavenger, a sheriff, cleaning toilets, eating beetles. One mistake, and someone dies. And when that happens, it's her fault. Val can't do this. She packs a bag, leaves a goodbye letter, and walks into the wasteland. Hours later, she stumbles onto the gold saucer. It's still there. And Kojima? Exactly the same. He offers her a giant bottle of Impulse 9. You can drink it all and spend forever playing video games. She almost does it. But then, she sees her daughter's drawing. My hero. And suddenly, she wants to go back. Back at the town gates, Evan refuses to let her in. But Val pleads, she doesn't want to be a pulsar. She wants to be the person her kids think she is. Then, gunfire. Death lizards are coming. Val grabs her last bottle of Impulse 9 and drinks everything. The lizards arrive in a truck. Their leader, Roy. He mocks her, calling her weak. But Val is faster. She blows up the fuel barrels, takes down enemy. Roy aims for the kill shot. She dodges. One bullet. Right between his eyes. As the dust settles, Val fires a flare. The town is safe. But she collapses, her daughter's drawing still in her hand. Val speedrun, the greatest gamer, the greatest mother, dies a hero.